When it comes to four-wheel driving, it is important to keep a close eye on the condition of your rig and take as many preventative measures as possible. One thing that is often overlooked is the condition of your air filter, particularly if you're going on a lot of big off-road trips. In this video, we'll be looking at some good practices to consider when it comes to your four-wheel drive's air filter. On most regular cars, an engine's air filter maintenance is relatively simple. Just replace the air filter at its service interval, set and forget until the next replacement. However, when you start going off-road, these intervals pretty much go out the window. Once you start dealing with things like sand and loads of dust, your air filter starts working a lot harder to keep your engine protected from debris. One of the best things you can do is give your air filter regular checks, especially after a hard day on the trails. After every trip, open up your airbox and see what's going on inside. If it's taken in enough dust like this one here, you'll need to replace it with a fresh air filter. A clogged air filter chokes your engine of air and can also lead to all sorts of things like excessive fuel consumption and lack of power. If it's not up for replacement just yet, give the airbox a clean and remove any dust or debris. This whole process only takes a couple of minutes, but is an important step in keeping your rig going strong. It's also important to make sure that everything in your intake system is sealing properly. Rubber and plastic hosing ages over time and can end up becoming brittle and start cracking. You'll want to regularly check your intake hoses for any splits or cracks and replace them when necessary. Also, make sure that your air filter is sealing properly inside the airbox. If you're seeing any dust on the clean side of the airbox, it's probably getting around the filter as opposed to through the filter. If that's the case, you want to make sure that the new filter is installed correctly and the seal isn't twisted or damaged. You'll also want to check the condition of your airbox. Make sure that the clips or screws holding it closed are doing their job, and the airbox doesn't have any cracks or holes that could be letting dust in. Another thing you might want to consider is fitting your four-wheel drive with an intake snorkel. Now I know what you're thinking, aren't these for stopping water from destroying your engine in water crossings? Well, believe it or not, they can also help preserve the life of your air filter. On a dusty track, raising the intake height from your engine bay to your four-wheel drive's roof allows the engine to breathe in much cleaner air from the area where there is less dust. While you're at it, fitting a snorkel sock adds just that extra level of protection when you're dealing with dust. These can be easily removed as well when it comes time to replace it. You'll also want to consider your driving style, especially if you're out four-wheel driving in a convoy. Four-wheel drives in front can create a much bigger dust cloud than what you'd have to deal with if you're out on your own. You'll want to leave a decent gap from the vehicle in front to keep yourself from driving within that dust cloud. Otherwise, you might find your air filter getting clogged with dust a lot faster. Finally, you'll want to fit your four-wheel drive with a high-quality air filter like the one from Ryco. A low-quality air filter can spell disaster for your engine when it comes to dealing with dusty conditions. Ryco air filters are designed to meet or exceed OE specifications and feature excellent dust-holding capacity. Ryco air filters are available for a wide range of four-wheel drives. If your four-wheel drive is up for a new air filter, head into your nearest Ryco stockist today.